Welcome back to Kim's Kitchen. Today I'm making a vegetable curry. It's the one I make for my children, they like it. At the end of it there's how I cook my basmati rice, and I make a garlic roti, and also with the curry you can put any vegetables you want in it. Enjoy. Yes, it's actually raining heavy in Western Australia. So I've got to blend 2 garlic cloves, quite large, 1 white onion, just a thumb of fresh ginger, peeled and can be put in, or what I do is I get about 200 grams of fresh ginger, peel it, and I just put it on a machine and chop it up small, and I freeze it in that bag and just take out what I want. And I've got about a quarter of a piece of a small amount of red chilli, so that's not too hot. I'm just going to blend that up. I've got about 100 ml of vegetable oil heating up. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of caraway seeds. They will start to pop, and then you add your mix that you've just blended up, your onion mix, into that and cook that down. So the caraway pops for about 5-10 seconds, and I'm adding my mix. So that's cooking down on a moderate heat for about 5 minutes. Some flavour, and then I'm going to put in the spices, which is on the recipe list. And I'm popping in, I've cooked the spices for a couple of minutes slowly. I'm going to pop in about 250 ml of passata. I make my passata, but you can buy it, it's just as good. And any tomatoes you've got in the fridge, I chop those up and put those in as well. You've diced the sweet potato up, I've peeled it, and I've put the spoon in to give you an idea of the size. It's just smaller than a dessert spoon. So I'm now going to put in some vegetable stock. That's just a cube with about 300 ml of hot water. And I'll put the carrot in just for a bit of sweetness, and I'll put the sweet potato in, and then I'm going to cook all that together until that's tender. And at the back I've got some diced potato that's been peeled. I'm going to cook it until it's just cooked, and then drain that off, and then that will go in at the end, and then we'll add our chickpeas and let it cook down. Now I've just popped in my potatoes that have just cooked, slightly under, so they can cook in the sauce, and I put in my chickpeas. You can put a can of chickpeas in, or you can do what I do, and that was just soak chickpeas overnight and then boil them till they are tender, and then pop those in. Vegetable curry served up. Finish with a bit of sour cream, or just cream, or if you've got some coconut cream you can put in it. Rice, garlic roti, crispy onions, yoghurt. My son likes a little bit of chilli oil, and of course an Australian Gentleman's Collection Shiraz. A bit sweeter than your normal West Australian. Just making the rice. I've got an Indian chef that I know that showed me his way. That was just 2 cups of basmati, half a lemon squeeze, pop the lemon in, touch of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, a lot of hot water from the tap, so it's, about 80%, 90% over the top. Cook it. It should come to the boil with the lid on in about 3 or 4 minutes. As soon as it comes to boil, about 7-8 minutes, just check it. You drain it, put it out onto a large plate so it sort of dries in the air a bit, and then you've got sort of more of an Indian style pilaf sort of rice. And you can put it in the fridge if you want, and then overnight, and then the next day you can use it as fried rice. So I had the atta flour, which you can get from most delis, especially Indian deli. I had a dash of olive oil, pinch of salt. It was 150 grams of flour and 90 millilitres of water. Mix it all together and then roll it into small balls, and I just put a little bit of margarine or butter on my hands, and then that sits in the bowl until I need it, and then I'll roll them out and I'll shallow fry them in almost a dry pan. and then I make it into a dough and then roll it into balls. I got 6 out of that, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of margarine or butter on my hands and just roll that around the small balls, and then king wrap it and let it rest for a couple of hours before I shallow fry them off with almost no oil. Okay, so I made the roti into the balls. I had the 5 balls. I'm just going to roll them out. There's no flour because I've rubbed them in a little bit of margarine or butter. And you just want them really thin. I'm a bit slack, I'm not doing them perfectly round. I just want them thin. Okay, so you're on. So I've heated the wok up hot. I'm putting in the roti. Give it a few seconds. If you want to do it just in the pan, you need the pan really hot. This is sort of medium hot, because all I'm doing is sort of just starting it, turning it over, and to try and get that flavour as if you did it in a tandoori oven, which I haven't got. I'll just take it off and then just pop it on the flame, and that will give it more of a flavour and a colour as well. Starts to puff up, and you get puff ups all over it. So you get the nice colour. That's ready. Okay, so now I just like it, I brush it with a little bit of garlic butter. So I've just got a little bit of garlic butter. And I gently brush it, gives it a bit more flavour. And you're done, you can serve that with your vegetable curry. Enjoy. And thanks to Chelsea for helping me again with her haircut.